Hi everyone, Lady Rose here with you tonight. We're doing the full moon ceremony tonight. It's not the full moon tonight, but you get a little preparation. So if you're re-watching it, you're actually hitting it right at the right time. The full moon actually starts on Saturday night, and as I've repeatedly said, it goes for 3 nights. So you have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I have some bone people here with me tonight, and the bone people are the people that help me call in the directions. And of course we have our lovely Sarah. There she is. And we have Teresa, Julia, and Tracy here with us tonight for the different directions. We have 4 directions, but someone wasn't feeling well, so the 4th bone person had to back out, unfortunately. So I hope she's feeling better because I know she's watching. So thank you so much for being here. And the first thing we're probably going to do is we're going to, amongst all the other things, we're going to cast a circle first and get that going. So I will be calling in the directions, and we're starting in the east. We've called in the directions for our full moon circle tonight, and I've got the smudge going. So I'm going to pass it around, and what we're going to be doing is just kind of smudging like this, bringing it over our faces and allowing our auras and our chakras to feel that smudge. I've got all 4 medicines in here, so it's sage, cedar, sweetgrass, and tobacco. And I was just telling these ladies here that sage is great for getting rid of negativity. That's awesome. And we do everything through tobacco. And it's not cigarette tobacco, it's sacred tobacco. And when we smoke it, we don't inhale it. It's actually very disrespectful to inhale it because it's our connection to the divine. And then we've got the cedar in there. Cedar is lucky. It's also very cleansing and good for you. Like cedar tea is really good for you. And then we have sweetgrass, and sweetgrass brings in happiness and joy so that you fill the void of all the negative energy that you've gotten rid of, and you guarantee yourself that you will have luck and joy and happiness filling in that spot. So that's always good. Do you want to do it first, Sarah?
Sure. I always need extra.
Yeah, absolutely, especially after the day today.
Yeah.
Let's get it going again here, make sure it's lots of blessed smoke.
Oh, she's smoking for you now.
Smoke her. Yeah, exactly. There we go. And Tracy. There we are. All right. And now for the audience. Here you go. Take some of the smoke if you don't have any of your own. Always ready to sage anybody or to smudge anybody. If you come in for a tarot reading, smudges are free. So leave that there to keep its cleansing going. Okay, so what are we looking at first? Snake magic we'll do near the end. So you are loving the divine when you love and care for yourself. I think that was for a client. So we're going to talk about the truth of why affirmations don't work. So does anyone here use affirmations? A little bit? Not really? No?
I used to.
You used to?
I used to.
Yes, exactly. I do have a video on YouTube, and I talk about affirmations and why they don't work. Have you guys watched the video already, or is that why you don't use affirmations anymore? So there was a big study that came out of the University of Waterloo right here in Ontario, and they actually did a huge study on affirmations and do they work, or are they more of a placebo effect? And they said when you first say them, they do kind of work, but they do have that placebo effect. Because when you say things like, I am, healthy and I'm healing myself and I'm bringing money and love into my life or whatever, there's always that kernel of doubt that is there, right? Because you're like, am I just BSing myself or is this true? So what you want to do instead is what they found is you want what's called a truth statement. So when you say a truth statement, you understand, your brain understands that this is a possibility now. Because remember, we were just talking about when I opened the circle, I kept saying gatekeeper for whatever reason. And the more you say, don't use gatekeeper, my brain kept going, gatekeeper. So a truth statement. So instead of saying I am healthy and I'm wanting to heal, like say you have breast cancer or something, I want to heal the cancer in my body. But you know, like cancer's pretty serious. So, you know, is it going to heal? I don't know, you know, kind of thing. So you say, I want to heal from breast cancer. Still brings in that same energy that you're looking to bring in, that healing energy. But you're putting out there that this is what you want. And that's why it's a truth statement, because you really do want that. So your brain goes, oh, okay, she wants this. And then the universe says, yeah, okay, she wants this. And that is a truth statement. So I want is a very powerful statement, just as I am is also a very powerful statement. They're both called soul statements because you bring them both to your soul. And when you say I want, you're speaking the language of the divine, because the divine likes very plain, simple language. It doesn't like a $5,000 word when a $5 one will do. And I want, and it sounds rude when you first say it because you're not supposed to say please and thank you. And you don't have to soapbox for your campaign, which a lot of people do. Like, oh, I want the money because I'll be a better person if I do it. Or I want to lose the 50 pounds because I'll be happier and I'll be so great and I'll love everybody. It's like, no, love everybody now, even at the 50 pounds heavier. But if you say, I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to release 50 pounds actually, or I want $50,000 in my bank account, you don't have to say why you want it, because you will be tested on it. The universe will at some point go, how bad do you really want this? And that's when you got a soapbox. So that's a good time to do that. And when you actually get it, that's when you should show gratitude. Prayers of begging are not a good energy. And a lot of people pray in that begging moment and instead say, I want, you know, everything to be okay. I want my bills paid. I want this, you know, whatever it is, no matter what stage of life you're in, try to not be in that desperate stage. And when you say, I want this, even if you're in a desperate moment, you're saying a powerful statement of strength. And that puts you in that place of strength. So not only your own body and your mind take you seriously, so do the angels, and so do the divine, and so does the universe. Because when you soapbox, you sound like a politician, and they don't believe you. So don't be afraid to, you know, have to argue your case. It will be tested. There will be what I call a first quarter moon point where you have to prove that this is what you really want. And that's when you do that. Now, snake magic. So no one here likes snakes, I take it?
I love snakes.
You love snakes?
I do.
Okay. Because I find snakes is one of those things people either really love or really don't like. But they do have a lot of wisdom. So I thought, I don't know why snakes came to me, but they did. And I just started looking it up, and they're all about earth magic. So they're all about the physical. They're all about material goods and things like that, right? Because they spend all their time on the ground for the most part. So snake magic is one of the first magics that mankind actually had. And serpent magic is a very, very ancient magic. It's tied to life, death, and rebirth, because that's what snakes do. Like they're like bears. They go and hibernate, and then they come out and they're reborn a lot of the times. They also were used in the place, well, not in place of, groundhogs replaced snakes for the predicting of spring. Snakes were used first because snakes would come out first, and if they felt it wasn't quite warm enough, they would go back in their burrows. So if you saw snakes out, you knew it was springtime was coming. So they actually started looking like they kind of had a snake day, I guess, and they used that in place of, or instead of groundhogs, and then it was switched to groundhogs at some point or another. And of course, the shedding of his skin, or her skin, depending on whether it's a male or female snake, is all about transformation. And they used to use, like, it was considered very lucky if you found a snake skin that had been left behind, because you could use that in a lot of different magical ways, especially in transformational ways. So they're very powerful that way. They represent fertility, wisdom, healing, protection. They do a lot of things. Spiritual guidance, the ultimate earth magic is what they represent. When a snake appears in your life, that means healing opportunities, change, important transitions, and increased energy is coming your way. So look for the snakes in your lives. And I don't mean like in the grass. Sometimes they show up in other ways. They provide guidance about life changes, especially big life changes. Like I said, the snake is an earth energy and all about primal instincts and the subconscious. And that's probably part of the reason why a lot of us shy away from snakes, because we know it represents our subconscious. We also know it represents transitions, and sometimes transitions are scary. And we don't, like, we want to do them, but we don't, you know, kind of thing. And the snake kind of makes us look at that. If a snake comes in, you are about to heal, or you are leveling up as a healer as well. So it's a good thing for a healer to look for. I mean, the doctors have the two snakes climbing the rod, right? That's the ultimate sign of medical help kind of thing. And that's been used for eons. Like, yeah, exactly. Snakes are powerful, strong, unconscious energy. You were just speaking of Medusa there. Cadusa. Oh, okay, Cadusa. Sorry, I misheard. But you brought up, I was like, yeah, Medusa. But she had a head of snakes. And of course she was killed because the patriarchy really vilifies a lot of female characters. And they didn't like Medusa's, like they made it so that you turned to stone if you saw her face. But she was ultimately the divine connected to the subconscious and the ultimate healer and transformer for transitions and things like that. So they killed her because that's what the patriarchy does. Kills off all the good women and make them they always say the new religion makes the old religion's heroes the devils. Well, that's kind of what the patriarchy was doing there. Snakes are powerful, strong, unconscious energy. Snakes provide support and strength and courage to make important life changes. Snakes teach us true forgiveness, and they often appear in dreams. Who has dreamed of snakes or had snakes in their dreams? I have. Yeah. And it's very common, and this is kind of a weird coinky dink. A lot of people, especially women, dream of snakes in their teenage years because we're transitioning from a girl to a woman. So snakes often appear in teenage girl dreams. Some people say it's because it represents the phallic thing, but not always. It's a transition time. And snakes teach us true forgiveness, like I said, and appear in dreams, not to scare you, but sometimes to warn you as well. Snakes help you stay grounded because they're the ultimate thing on the ground. And even in the hardest of places, they help you to stay grounded in the hardest of moments. Call on snake energy when you need large, concentrated focus. When a snake shows up, you are ready to heal and you are ready to grow. Snakes are mystic and bring ancient esoteric wisdom with them. Snake teaches us how to be in touch with Mother Earth. Snakes provide perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy. They bring harmony, growth, and balance through shadow work. And they help us to shed our fears because the snake is not afraid of the shedding process. So it can help you through that. Snakes bring courage for big shifts and transformations from the inside out. And I was just talking to a client today about that. Transforming from the inside out. People try to affect their environment and work on the outside. And it's like it works better if you start on the inside, and then your environment can't help but be changed. and then the outside changes start to happen. Any questions about the snake energy? Snake magic? So we've got black and white candles here for our ritual. So I hope everyone got black and white candles because, again, because the snake is both masculine and feminine energy, black and white, yin yang, that sort of thing, that's what they bring. They bring that kind of balance in. So what we're going to do is I have a special snake prayer. So this snake magic is good if you are seeking a solution, and you can put it in your mind or write it down in a couple of keywords, but your mind is very powerful. You don't need to write it down. If you are seeking an answer, put the question in your mind. If you are unsure of the future and or are worried about it, what's coming next in your life, allow your mind to open to the opportunity of tonight's snake magic. So let's get our candles ready. And what I've already dressed mine, but I'm going to get the ladies to dress theirs too. So I have a moon oil, a triple rose moon oil, that I'm going to get them to use on their candles. So you guys can start with that while I explain what we're doing. So on your black candle, this is the candle of things that you want to shed. So you're going to take a little bit of oil on your finger, and you're going to start in the middle of your candle, and you're going to go down, and then you're going to do in the middle of the candle again, and you're going to go up. And you're going to do that 4 times over while you are thinking about what you want to shed from your life. What do you want to not be in your life anymore? It could be a situation, it could be a behavior pattern, it could be a habit, it could be a person, it could be a bill. It won't magically pay your phone bill, but it will help you work on a credit card bill or something. So that's the black one, and what you're focusing on is something that you want to sort of banish, release, remove from your life. I'm just going to get my scissors to clip that because that's a really big wick. Thank you. And then we're going to, you got it? Okay. Yeah. And then we're going to take the white candle, and this is the candle that's going to represent what you want to bring into your life. Because now that you've removed something from your life, it's like your closet. When you take a dress out, you can put a new one in. So this is your new dress. And what you want to do is you want to start at the top, and you want to go to the center. And then at the bottom, and go to that same center. And you're going to repeat that 4 times over. And the reason you're going from end to middle, and end to middle again, is you're drawing that in. This one you are going out because you're pushing it out. This one you're drawing in. So on the white candle, think about something you want to be in your life. Whether it's something you want to stay in your life, whether it's something you want to bring in that's new, because now that you have that openness and that space, you can bring in that new thing, or new situation, or new relationship, or new life, whatever it might be. You can bring it in, but you have to do the releasing of it first. And then I've got everyone with their sort of salt boxes. And you can place your candles like this. Oh, sorry, thank you. And they'll be right beside each other. And then we're going to light our candles. Oh, I said, where's my other one? So we're going to light the black one first. There we go. Awesome. There you go. Oh, is that okay? Do you want to trim the wick? Okay. She has a very long wick here. Okay, so then, oops, whoop, we
Try that again.
That's all good. It's all good. I might steal some of this salt actually. I need a little extra just to make sure everybody's staying where they should stay.
Yeah, don't have a Sarah
moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to stare into the black candle's flame, and I want you to see whatever it is you're trying to release from your life. I want you to see it floating away through the fire, burning through the fire and going away. And while you do that, keep visualizing that. I'm going to say this spell. I call on the spirit of the snake. I call on the primal and healing forces you carry. I call on your intuition and your heightened senses. Help me remain pressed close to the present. Help me to remain grounded so that I might experience this existence directly. Make me aware of subtlety and be open to change. We ask you for transformation. Help me to shed that which I have outgrown. Clear my eyes so I might slide free of the past and easily into a newly formed now. Coil your power, speed, and precision within me so that I might harmonize with the invisible and swallow whole the wisdom, acceptance, and answers that I seek. Blessed be. Okay, and now we're going to light the white candle. Is everyone ready to let go of what they're ready, or what they put down that they wanted to let go of? Yeah? I hear a resounding yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. If you're ready to release, now you're ready to bring in. I am covered in salt.
Well protected.
Exactly.
So annoying. You pretty much have yourself a soothing bath.
Yeah, you know, right? Just go home and just lie down. I'm already covered in it. Sarah. So I'm going to repeat this same prayer or spell, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same stuff. Thank you. And I want you this time to put into your mind what it is you want to bring in. Bring it in through the flame, stare through the flame, and see yourself with that thing or situation or whatever it is you're bringing into your life. So again, I'll repeat. I call on the spirit of the snake. I call on the primal and healing forces you carry. We call on your intuition and your heightened senses. Help us remain pressed close to the present. Help us to remain grounded so that we might experience this existence directly. Make me aware of subtlety and be open to change. We ask you for transformation. Help us to shed that which we have outgrown. Clear our eyes so that we might slide free of the past and easily into a newly formed now. Coil your power, speed, and precision within us so that we might harmonize with the invisible and swallow whole the wisdom, acceptance, and answers that we seek. Blessed be. Now you're going to stare sort of halfway between both candles. And I want you to see what comes up, if anything. Don't be worried if nothing comes up too. Don't feel like you failed. And I'm going to repeat this again for the third time. And just stare in between and see what messages you get. We call on the spirit of the snake. We call on the primal and healing forces you carry. We call on your intuition and your heightened senses. Help us remain pressed close to the present. Help us to remain grounded so that we might experience this existence directly. Make us aware of subtlety and be open to change. We ask you for transformation. Help us to shed that which we have outgrown. Clear our eyes so that we might slide free of the past and easily into a newly formed now. Coil your power, speed, and precision within us so that we might harmonize with the invisible and swallow whole the wisdom, acceptance, and answers that we seek. Blessed be. How's everyone feeling? Did anyone get anything?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does anyone want to share? You don't have to.
No.
No? Okay. Okay, cool. So we can just keep letting this burn while we continue on. You're going to take your candles home with you, obviously. And this is for the purpose of, what it is you want to let go of and what you want to bring in. So over the next few days, like I said, the full moon starts on Saturday night. So you can wait till then if you want, and you don't have to continue it like over the next couple of nights if you don't want to. But burn your black candle fully down and then burn your white candle fully down. And see how things start releasing and then start coming in. And it might take you a few nights. It might be more than 3 nights, but be patient with it, because the more you kind of invest as time goes into it, the more it kind of more easily happens. And the thing about releasing is, if it's hard, like if you're like trying to take off like leather pants or something, it's not time for it to go. When we're ready to release, it'll just slide off. And it's like, oh, suddenly I look down and it's not there anymore. Okay. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't do the work leading up to that, but so many people do the work and they think, well, I should have released it by now because I've been doing this work. And it's like, well, maybe you need to do more work. Because we get impatient as adults, well, as humans, and as adults. We never quite outgrow the 3-year-old impatience. And time on that side is way different than time on this side. So for them looking at us on this side, they're like, why do you get so antsy? Just, it's coming. Just take your time and hold your horses and all that kind of stuff. So some of the work will be done for you tonight, because it's going to keep burning for a little while. But again, if after the black candle is fully burned down and it doesn't release easily, be patient, do it again, and do it again until it goes, until it really truly is ready. And you won't even notice it's gone until you look down and you go, it's gone. And it does happen. It's not a one and done necessarily. Of course, the bigger the candle, so you got a nice big candle. So you probably will do a lot more work than the chime candles. I always say that chime candles are for those that want to just do this. If you're serious, you want to get a bigger candle. But for, ritual purposes in the circle, it's nice to just have the littler ones.
Or sometimes you only have one option.
Yeah, sometimes you only have one option. That's true.
That's what the universe says. You have more work to do.
Exactly. Now, if the universe presented you with big pillars, I'd be like, Tracy, maybe you need to come see me more often. Now, let's see, what else are we talking about? Oh, I was doing Zodiac Signs and the flowers. So, how every month has its birth stone. Well, you also have birth flowers. So for Aries, we have the red rose in particular. Roses have a way of being beautiful, youthful flowers, which is what Aries is all about, youthfulness. The red rose reflects the childlike, youthful energy of Aries, as well as bringing the fire, lust, and passion that feeds an Aries soul. Because red roses, in the language of flowers, is about lust and passion. Some people mistakenly think red roses are about love, but actually pink roses are about love. So, about true love. And then Taurus. Anyone Taurus here? You are a Taurus. Okay. Lily. That's your flower. Lilies can grow almost anywhere. They can stand their ground. Nothing beats a Taurus stubbornness, and that is so true. Lilies are big and beautiful, and Tauruses love beautiful things. And I always say to clients, if you want to buy the nicest car and the nicest house and the nicest whatever, bring a Taurus with you. They'll pick out the best one every time. Anyone a Gemini here? No? All right, Geminis, your flower is lavender. Lavender has many uses and reflects Gemini's energy. This is their versatile personality that they like. Geminis don't like bland and ordinary, and Lavender is neither of those things. How about Cancer? I had a couple of Cancers in today. Anybody Cancer? No? Okay, so Cancers are white roses. Elegant, subtle, and very likable, even adored. Pure and innocent, but don't be mistaken by their delicateness. They have a thorny side when they need to have it. They're one of the more powerful zodiac signs, actually. Leo. Any Leos here? No? Okay. Sunflower, of course, is Leo. It's one of the only masculine flowers. The only sign more social than the Geminis is the Leo. Like the Leo, they have a beautiful mane of petals, and they love to be in the spotlight of the sun. Leos have deep compassion, and like the sunflower, when it rains, they will offer support to each other because they turn towards each other when it rains. Virgos. I'm a Virgo rising. So the buttercup is for Virgos. An unassuming and humble flower. The buttercup is bright and fun. They also match Virgo's need for neatness and order. Virgos are neat freaks. But Virgos are great because you only have to tell them something once and they do it that way for the rest of their life. My granddaughter's a Virgo and she is a true Virgo.
My husband's a Virgo.
Okay. Libra. Any Libras? Oh, you're a Libra. Two Libras. Okay, this is your moon then.
It
is. So you guys are pink roses. Libras love love. And most love Libras. You can't help but love a Libra. The pink rose is the rose of love. Deep, true, lasting love. The pink rose is the perfect balance of both the red rose and the white rose. So that's why you guys knew pink was the rose of love. Now for the Scorpios out there, geranium is your flower. Geraniums have many little flowers to come together, creating one large bloom. And like Scorpios, the geranium has many sides to it. The geranium comes in many colors, I think it is, many different colors. So expect the unexpected from both the flower and the Scorpio in your life. Now for Sagittarius, you're Sagittarius. Carnation is your flower. Carnations last the longest in any bouquet. They're the long livers without having to be alive. And Sagittarians build long-lasting friendships and relationships. Like the almost fluffy-looking and fun carnation, they love to be involved. They love to provide color wherever they go, and that's why they get invited to all the best parties. And Capricorn is the pansy, not because they're weak. My husband's a pansy. My husband's a Capricorn. Don't let the name fool you. The pansy is actually a very tough flower, and like the Capricorn, it can grow almost anywhere. The pansy can bloom in the rockiest of gardens, not requiring any special treatment. It just doesn't need any attention. It'll be fine on its own. It loves to bloom and can handle the cold temperatures and frost that would crush other more delicate flowers. The Capricorn. It's almost as if no challenge is too great for the pansy or the Capricorn. Then Aquarius, my daughter's an Aquarian. So the orchid is for Aquarius. The exotic and elusive orchid. An unusual flower, much like the Aquarians, have a beauty and a grace about them. This flower is not for the faint of heart, but once you unlock the mysteries of what they need, you will be blessed with intelligent conversation and a strong loyalty. And then finally, the Pisces, the watery, spiritual Pisces. Your flower is the water lily. Their element is water for these fishes. They bloom even in the muddiest of waters, the lily. And as the sign of meditation, or is the sign of meditation, which Pisces are the most mystic of the zodiac signs, which appeals deeply to Pisces, the mystics of the zodiac. And like the water lily, they look delicate, but is tougher than they appear. Pisces, although they can get lost in the clouds, like the water lily, they are very good at going with the flow. So there's your flowers, everybody. And very fitting, I think, for each sign. So now we're going to draw some cards. So I'm using Vintage Wisdom Oracle, which is a beautiful deck. I'm going to be doing a review on this deck fairly soon. And then we have Spirit of the Animals Oracle, because I thought with spring animals are coming out. So let's find out what the animals have to tell us. And I really like this deck too. It's really, really nice. Sometimes I buy the decks without books just to see what it's like, because it's not a huge commitment in price and whatnot. and then I buy the actual deck with the book and everything. So I'm going to let you guys pick your spirit animal cards. Try not to burn yourselves in the flames. There you go. And I can read it out for you guys. You don't have to read it out if you don't want to. There we go. Sarah. There we go. Awesome. Is that a good or a not so good?
It's not patience.
Yeah, I found yours apparently. Because I have none of my own.
Oh, too funny. All right. Oh my goodness, it's a never-ending deck here. Okay, so now your wisdom, your vintage wisdom.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to take that one.
Yep. There you go. Oh, I'll just put it in the flames there.
Don't burn yourself. It's very pretty.
Aren't they gorgeous?
What is it with me?
They're slippery. Slippery little suckers, these guys.
Oh, thank goodness.
Sarah always holds her breath now to see if it's going to be patience, because it's been patience for like a year and a half. Oh, so are you guys happy with what you got? Do you want me to
No, I
use?
can't read it.
Oh, okay. I can read yours for you. Yeah, here, give me your cards.
Okay.
All right, Teresa. Oh, you got the elephant. That's
Yes.
awesome. So it says, love is your strength. Very fitting for a Libra. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. And you've got purity as your wisdom card. So, you know, that's awesome. I love that you got the elephant, because, you know, elephants are pure animals too, right? Even though they're the biggest land animal, they're you know, they raise their young together. They like to stay in packs. They're very protective of each other. They come from a good place, even when they're charging at you, which is scary as hell when they do that.
Very family oriented.
Very much so. What did you get, Julia? Do you want me to read it, or do you want to read it?
You can read it.
Okay. Oh, you got the dragon. Look at you go, girl. Okay, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. And then you've got harmony. Look for the sixes in your life. That's what harmony's number is. Yes, and you got dragon with you right now. That's amazing.
Mastery is your destiny. Mastery of what?
Whatever you're avoiding. Usually that's what we need to master. Because that's the head of our dragon, right? As opposed to our tail. Our tail is where our power is on our birth charts. And those are skills we've already mastered. And we tend to live in our tail, or want to, because it's stuff that's easy for us, right? But we have to go to our head. So whatever it is you don't like doing, that's probably what's in your head of your dragon. Dragon reports are really interesting in astrology, because they talk about your past lives and your sacred contracts, and they really give insight to not only how you work, but how your life is supposed to be working. So if you ever want guidance on that kind of thing, get a dragon report. I think I'm one of the only ones that do it, because I just love dragons. In fact, I'm creating a dragonology course. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm very excited about that. It's probably another year in coming, but I've been working on it because it does take a while to create these courses.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Tracy, what did you get? Let's see here. Okay, whoops. All right, let's get. You got the Heron, and it's create a place in nature stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Patience, there you go. And abundance. Okay, so with patience comes abundance. But yeah, you almost have to create your own haven and find your happy place, because it's in that happy place that you get more patient about life. Have you been impatient lately?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You looked at me at first like, is this a trick question?
Remember when we were kids and the teacher would say, plays well with others, shares well, doesn't wait well.
Okay, well, that's probably in your dragon head. You have to learn how to wait well. And that's a very hard thing for a lot of us. Oh, you got the white stag.
Mm-hmm.
You are an old soul. Well, we already knew that. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you, which you've done and are doing. It's always a journey.
Mm-hmm.
You are meant to create blessings with your magic. And you got love.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Awesome. Okay, so let's go to the people online. Who wants a card?
Sarah Wynn gets her cards.
Okay, Sarah Wynn. Yes, of course Sarah Wynn's always on the cards. Okay, Sarah Wynn, you got bison, which is one of the most sacred animals to the Native Americans. And the sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. And you have celebration. So maybe in life you haven't been feeling safe lately. So you need to find where your buffalo is, where you're going to be safe, so that you can then get into that shifting into that space of gratitude, where you're able to pray from a position of strength as opposed to a position of desperation or fear. And from that will come good things because you're ready to celebrate, which is awesome.
Here, I'll hold them up a little closer.
Oh yeah. Just so that people aren't like, why is she holding that?
I think.
Yeah.
Wait for my camera to catch up. Oh, yeah.
There we go. That's Sarah Wynn. Excellent. Thank you, Sarah, by the way, for being so loyal. She's always loyal to me. And who's next?
Bev.
Oh, yes. Okay, Bev is not here with us tonight, but she's made a donation, and she's like, can I still make a donation and get a card? Yes, you can. So you don't even have to be here to get a card. So, Bev, you got the black bear. That's my totem animal, is a bear. And it says, gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me to protect the ones I love. Awaken my tuition and guide me. And it is rather traditional that a lot of teachers and healers come out of the bear clan. That's our natural go-to. And you have trust as your wisdom card. So it's saying, you know, like you've got a deer there too, with a guy with or a girl with a butterfly on her back, and some chickadees, which is nice. So it's saying trust yourself. Trust that I know sometimes as a healer or a teacher, you have to put yourself out there, and it's really nerve-wracking, and you're going to fall down sometimes, and maybe you'll feel foolish, just like me with the gatekeeper thing. So don't be afraid to look silly or look foolish or you don't always have to be the expert in the room necessarily. You have to believe in what you're teaching, believe in what you're healing, and that in of itself kind of makes you the expert. There, how's that? Oh, yep, sorry. Gotta give them to Sarah so people can see them. So trust in your abilities, Bev. You maybe haven't been doing that. Maybe you've been doubting yourself. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm. Nancy would like cards. She'd like me to pull them.
Oh, okay. All right. Is she a donation or? Okay. Well, we'll do 2, I guess.
They're slippy.
Yeah, they are. They're really slippy. Okay. All right. So Sarah pulled them. I will read them. Oh, you got a swan, Nancy. So, Swan, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. And then you've got nature as your wisdom card. So you need to get out into nature. I mean, obviously swans are out there. Maybe a swan feather is waiting for you. Swan feathers are very powerful in magic, especially in love magic. Because swans mate for life, and they're very desirable kind of feathers as well. You don't, like, when you gather a feather, you're not supposed to go up to a swan and pluck a feather off of it, but you just find it on the ground or something like that. And swan feathers you can have and keep and whatnot. You can't do that with eagle feathers. That's against the law. Even if you find it.
Let me hold them up for you.
Oh, yes. There we go.
Oh, that's a pretty card.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful cards. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Who's next on the list?
Casey.
Casey. Okay. Oh. Casey. Hi, yeah. Casey. I was going to get you to pick them again. Like, oh, wait, I can just grab cards. This is good. Okay, Casey, let's see what you got. Oh, you got the raccoon. Interesting. So, let's see. Decide on what you really want. Mm-hmm. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. However, that being said, watch all the plates that you are juggling, that you're not spreading yourself too thin. Raccoons are very good at juggling a lot of things, but even they can't juggle infinity. And I know you have a lot on your plate. I know you have a lot of ambition, but try to focus one thing at a time. And your wisdom card is your ancestors. So tap into your ancestors, your culture. That's where some of the wisdom for you is going to be.
Casey's my daughter.
Oh, that's super shiny. I'm sorry.
Oh, and because it says ancestors, listen to your mom.
That's why I was smiling. It's like, I'm always telling her.
I could just see Casey's eyes going,
Listen to me now, hear me later.
Exactly. Oh.
We'll do Sheena and then replay.
Okay.
That's all the time we have.
Okay, Sheena. I know she has 2 cards. Okay, Sheena. Oh, I see the Eiffel Tower. Oh, you got the puffin. That's such a fun bird. Okay, so the puffin, it says, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. We were just talking about that. You are a joy bringer, so know that. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help when needed. Teamwork will give you the best results. And then you've got adventure as your wisdom card. So that really tells me I know you're on a new adventure. Embrace it. Go where it wants to go. Don't be afraid of trying new places.
All right. Replay.
Replay. Okay, replay. We'll do 2 cards for the replay too. Those of you that are rewatching this, thank you for rewatching it. You'll get 2 cards as well. So this is kind of the group card, so it applies to everybody here as well. And the first card is Raven. So interesting. Raven, you are the creator and the magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and your words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. And it's got a totem pole there, which is awesome. And then the wisdom card is literally wisdom. So use your wisdom. As we get older, the theory is we're supposed to get wiser. So embrace that crone part of yourself. The hag part. I know those sometimes have been detrimental words, but they're actually really beautiful words for older women. And it's our way of claiming wisdom and grace and dignity.
They're like super shiny cards. This way, that way. There we go. Okay.
So that we're not blinding everyone.
Yeah.
So take this away for the weekend. Know that you are wise, because I know some of us are going home to family and being near family, and maybe it's a great thing because you haven't been near them for COVID, or maybe it's just going to be a reminder why you like COVID. But either way, use your wisdom. Know that everyone that is at these family gatherings are connected to you in some way or another. They're supposed to be part of your soul journey. Love them as they are, and be okay with that, and continue on your journey as well. Okay, I hope you have a very, very happy Easter weekend. Thank you so much for being here for the circle. We're going to close the directions now and open the circle. So as I do that, you guys can turn off your candles. So we'll start in the north. Guardians of the Watchtowers of the North, thank you for being here. Hail and farewell. Stay if you will, go if you must. And Guardians of the Watchtowers of the West, thank you for being here in our circle tonight. Hail and farewell. Stay if you will, go if you must. And Guardians of the Watchtowers of the South, thank you for being here in our circle tonight. Hail and farewell. Stay if you will, go if you must. And Guardians of the Watchtowers, I forgot that's me. Guardians of the Watchtowers of the East, thank you for being here in our circle tonight. Hail and farewell. Stay if you will, go if you must. And East doesn't want to go. Goddess, thank you for being here tonight to witness our circle, provide our protection. Please bless us on this beautiful Easter weekend. Bring us some nice weather. She is Mother Earth after all. And thank you for being here with us tonight. There we go. And the circle is now open. The magic is released. Go out and be ready to release whatever you need to let go of.